Sunday morning, August 16th? 16th. 10:30 a.m. It's been 2 weeks. What happened last week? Ninth? August 9th? Oh. I remember what happened. What happened was I went golfing. I went to golf. I golfed. I'm not sure what the word is there, but played a good 18 holes at 7:40 a.m. From like 8 to 12ish, right? And then the match was at 1. Yeah. Yeah, played golf and then had a match right after. And luckily we won, but yeah, that's why I didn't update everyone. Everyone being the no one that listens, but shorthand. So that was cool. Now, I have another match today, but it's at 5 p.m. So we're all good. I was able to just wake up, go to E&F, get my breakfast burrito, chill for a bit. Now we're here. And it's time to update our rankings. It's been a couple episodes now, so now we're at the halfway point of the season. Most shows here are at episode 6 to 7, and I think I think every show is at episode 6 now, because the other most of them are at episode 7 now. I think we really are at the real halfway point here. So we'll get into it. We'll see what's going on with everything here. What is this one called? Now I'm kind of curious. Or is it here? The Oblivious. No. I think it's like the Cold Hearted. No, that's the other one. But anyways, I can't even watch these anymore because this site I was using doesn't even want to work randomly. It's just been down. It's just done for. Anyway, something about a prince and a princess, and you know, it's going normally. I think the last episode I was trying to create a little bit of tension with another family, trying to, I don't know, do some shady stuff. And uh the prince is usually like this calm collected guy, but he's falling in love with the girl, and so the shady guy is just gonna exploit that by, I don't know, messing with the girl somehow. um pretty standard stuff. It's not unenjoyable though. The animation's fairly fairly good. Put it in B tier. We love tier lists, don't we? Yani Neko, Yani Neko, Yani Neko, Yaniko. Sato is her name. Sato Yaniko. So this is an S tier. I think I said something like you have to watch it yourself to realize why. Um, it's just it's a comedy, and it's a really good comedy. So I mean, maybe it's not your thing because of that, but that might just be on you rather than the show. I think this is still an objective S ranking show. So it's just been so fun. It's it's something. It's one of the 2 to 3 shows I look forward to seeing the most. So absolutely an S rank. Now this one is like this cold hearted prince one is the like 3 minute episode one. So it's gotta be super tropey. It doesn't have to be. The original one from last season was not tropey at all. It was just we just didn't have a lot of time to develop much. So, it just goes through the core beats quickly. But it's average. C tier. And then watch out, he's behind you. Something like that. Kamui, he's behind you. This is not developing at all. It's just kind of the same gag over and over. And it's sort of fun, but it's getting old fast and nothing's really happening. So for that reason, it's going to go in D tier. Which, if we look at last last week, August 2nd, yeah. The last rating, it was up in B tier. So the gag wasn't old yet. But yeah, it's dropping all the way down to D tier now. So then we have Though I Am an Inept Villainess. You can hear some chickens outside, I think. Though I Am an Inept Villainess. We got to a peak in the show. We crescendoed up to we built up to a peak. And so that's why Villainess is getting up to the S rank here. Obviously, we're gonna have to valley now that we peaked, but the peak was, it was expected, and yet it still evicted the feeling of surprise. It one of the good ones for sure. Yeah. This is the Oblivious Saint one. It's not good. It's very boring, and it's a slog to get through. It's the prince and the princess are doing their thing. But not as much as this one. I almost want an F tier. We make that. We get a little. Whoa, what? Oh, wait, that's G. Where's F? Off. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. Oh. Oh, there we go. Turn that back into D. This show is so boring, man. There's just nothing about it good. I mean, the best thing about it is the moment where they'll show an animated dish. So, if the best moments of your show are the moments where the the animators are just drawing different dishes of food, I think that can explain why this show is so bad. There's just the tiniest hint, tiniest reference to romance. There's just nothing's happening. So, it's in a tier of its own. And now, Kaiju Girl Caramelise or something like that. Um, it is in the A tier because it's 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 moving along. We're slowly figuring out how we're gonna manage this 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 sickness, I suppose, of turning into a Godzilla. Um, so we'll get there eventually. The opening of Sayonara Lara is so good. But I don't think we're quite at the S. This has the potential, absolutely has the potential to be in the S tier, but I think we're just barely not there. Just barely. I think we'll get there, but it's just not quite there yet. It's we are we got a bit of backstory on what's going on with the world and why some of these mermaids have legs. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, as much as I personally would love to put rich girl caretaker in the S tier, unfortunately, objectively, because that is what we're doing here, it's not up there. It's a strong A. Strong A. But it's not an S. Because it is tropey. It is heavily relying on the rich person, rich people setting, and at school and with romance developing and the regular guy. I don't see it. I mean, maybe it could have a crazy second half and it could get up into that S tier, but it's just a super strong, effective A. Ogre's Bride is fine. Solid B tier. We're just going through the motions of the strong the strong guy, the strongest guy picking up the weakest girl. And the girl trying to deal with that. It's normal. Please excuse my brother's is pretty bad. There might be something surprising that happens, but it'd really have to subvert expectations. I feel like the expectations right now are just this is gonna trudge along and nothing's gonna happen. The girl is going to keep feeling like she likes the guy, and the guy's gonna keep maybe liking the girl, and by the end they'll be like, we like each other, but we're brother and sister, so we can't do anything about it, blah blah blah. You know. What is this even called? I think it's in English on the... Kakir? Oh. Oh boy, was I wrong about her. I mean, the title is not great. And neither's the show. It's pretty boring. very slowly going through there. It's mainly from the girl's perspective of, like, I like this guy, but I don't think he likes me. We're not even really getting the guy's point of view of like whether or not he likes her. Just kind of the girl's point of view, and seeing his non-reaction to everything, and being confused and embarrassed and whatnot. I'll see if something happens soon. It could move up a little bit, maybe something interesting happens. Polar opposites, obviously, solid A. Yeah, we've been getting into some great Tyra and Azuma conversations and inner thoughts. Tyra's great. It's we're crescendoing up, and we might peak, and it might be an amazing peak. Or we could not. We could put it on pause and hold it for a little bit. Do some other stuff. That's what's great about the shows. It can do a lot with all these amazing characters. We can always go back to stuff and keep building everything up. But yeah. Tyra. I am very excited to see if something happens there. Two more left. I'm gonna deal with Hanori-san. Still wants to fight first, which is solid B. Animation's good. It's comedy is fine. There's a little bit going on with the story with aliens or something coming in from another world and them maybe fighting them, but yeah, very, very slowly going through romantic moves. So, mediocre. And then, what's this? I don't even know what the title is. I think this is the Japanese Tomei. Don't you love an American butchering it? Tomei nan yoru ni kakeru. Kakeru is the guy's name. Kimi. Oh, Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky. Yeah. Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky. Can you guess what tier it's in? It's obviously an S. Was it an S last update? Oop. Yeah. An inept wasn't. And Kaiju was on a bit of a lull down at B. Otherwise, I think everything is pretty similar. Um. Yeah, love unseen beneath the clear night sky. Now, for what's interesting here is out of the how many shows is this? I mean, this one is debatable to be even having the romance tag, and this one just doesn't have it. This is not a romance, so it's kind of you should probably take these two out of the equation for a pure romance. Uh, and this one isn't even really a romance. And this one isn't even really a romance. Um, so yeah, this is like your real romance tier list here. I think this one had the romance tag. This one had it, and I got duped for sure. And this one had it. I mean, all of these besides Yanni Neko had it at one point, and that's why we started watching them. Or maybe this one didn't have it, and I was just interested in it anyway. Don't remember, but there like is no romance in it halfway through the show. So the point is, out of all the shows here, the only S tier show out of the three shows in the S tier that is an actual romance is Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky, and it's been consistently in that S tier. Consistently. One week, it was the only one in the S tier. So, if you want to know which show, which which romance show is the winner of this season. I mean, it could radically somehow change, and then be dropped below S tier, but I don't see any chance of that happening. So, yeah, your winner is for the season. Your what was it called? Aimi, Aimi, um, I'm forgetting his name. He never saw his eyes, so die 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 die. Yeah, I just don't remember his name at all. I'm even forgetting that orange-haired girl's name. Should I find it? I feel like I should. Was that really the latest? Oh yeah, it was. Yano Yano-kun? Not Yanni Neko. Um. Ooh, I have a lot of nines. Holy moly, I have a lot of nines. Wow. Whoa. I have a ton of nines. Dang. Kirio. What about needy? Wait, where's the other? Where's the one with all of them? There's the one with all of them. Yeah. Curio. But yeah, so your curio for this season is low and seen beneath the clear night sky. And there's a good reason for that. There's a good reason for that. This is another one where it is tough to put it into words. You watch the show hopefully without expectations. And so as you're watching it, you're seeing what's happening, and maybe you're naturally expecting something to happen, and so when that doesn't happen, but something that you just didn't think could happen actually happens, that actually does make sense, but you just weren't even thinking about it, that surprises you, and it makes sense anyway. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Very clever. The I'm forgetting the girl's name. It's like I forget. But yeah. She she's getting in there, and it's perfect. I just want to watch I want to watch the whole season right now. 'Cause 'Where was I? Love and Scene. Um. Oh yeah, I want to watch the whole season so I can really analyze it. But right now we're just stuck. We're stuck here. So it's all we can say for now. But yeah, that's where we're at. What else has been going on? I got to writing a little bit. Um, and I wrote about fat people. It's nothing great, you know. Um, but I wrote I wrote about fat people because I guess I felt like I wanted to say something about them. So, what did I write? And this will be a good test for myself too, because I don't think I've ever actually read my writing out loud like this before. So this will inform me on how readable my writing is. I wrote, "Fat people are characters." Fat people are characters. There's a reason people say bodybuilders are shallow and have no personality except that of being a gym bro. As I'm reading this, it's making me realize I'm very wordy, and I could probably write in a way that's more friendly to say. Like, I'm speaking right now in a casual, friendly-ish manner, but if I were to converse with someone and say a spiel about something like fat people, I wouldn't speak how I'm writing here. I wouldn't say, I might say fat people are characters. I might begin it off like that. But I wouldn't then say, there's a reason people say bodybuilders are shallow and have no personality except that of being a gym bro. The especially the except that part. That's, I think, the um the academic, the the wanting to be the performative, the wanting to be fancy as opposed to effective um, writing there. This is good. I've never done this before. I'm learning a lot. Okay, so fat people are characters. There's a reason people say bodybuilders are shallow and have no personality except that of being a gym bro. As opposed to the fat man, the musclehead is fit and healthy. He at least has his life in order in that way. There is a literal monetary barrier to entry into a gym. On the other hand, the random fat man is a complete mystery. He could be well off and even disguising his good taste by wearing shamefully comfortable clothing. He also has the potential for the opposite in a much worse way than any muscular man could. In the worst case of, for example, overdosing on drugs, at least the lean body lying there shows it had something going for it. The fat man, though, could be living the grossest life you could imagine, and you can imagine it quite easily. This ability of the mind to quickly characterize others is not unjust. You are right to see the obvious physical likelihood of certain patterns. The patterns do not arrive from a vacuum, just as the societal defense for the self-serving behavior does not come from truth. And I have to pause there because there's something about that sentence. um, that's interesting to say the least. The patterns do not arrive from a vacuum. Just as the societal defense for the self-serving behavior does not come from truth. It's not a bad sentence. But in the context of, and you know, maybe this is what I'm going for. I mean, you could have two different styles, and this style isn't wrong for being as wordy as it is, but and maybe I would like to be able to speak this way to someone off the cuff. You imagine saying that to someone off the cuff? The patterns do not arrive from a vacuum, just as the societal defense for the self-serving behavior does not come from truth. That's the result of taking your time and thinking for a bit and editing. So, nevertheless, we must surpass these primal surface observations and learn more about everyone and everything. I suppose I would just wager, if I had to, that the more interesting a conversation you were to have, the less likely you would be with someone who had a great physique. So, that is an essay on the fat man. What do you think? This is what I need a heel for. So I can go, what do you think? And the heel can go, oh yeah, pretty good. Maybe I'll just be a self-heal. I'll have two characters. One that is a yes man, a sycophant for my. Yeah, now that's psychotic. But yeah, I saw some fat people and decided to write about it, I guess. What else has been going on? I watched a movie or two. I watched two good movies. I almost watched three, but I decided not to. And damn, look at that, August 10th. Last Monday. 4.5. Ian knows what's up. Ian knows what's up. Struck by how every image is great, capturing a feeling of loneliness in light and texture that reminded me a bit of Hopper paintings. Don't know who Hopper is, but yeah, this movie is crazy good. 2011. Whoa. I only gave it a 4. I did watch it on a plain TV, so that might not have helped. But a couple things were bringing up this movie recently, and I think this is the first movie I've ever bought the physical edition of. So that's interesting. A little bit. Out of all the movies I've seen, I mean, I do already have Spirited Away. It was gifted to me. So, but yeah. I bought this movie because even on a plain TV, it was that good. I can't wait to watch it on my TV with good audio. But anyway, I watched Die Hard with a Vengeance and Wedlock. um Wedlock was pretty bad. I was surprised to find out that the guy, what's his name? There's a good pissing scene. I forgot about that. What's his name? Rutger Hauer? Is in Batman Begins? Is the guy from Blade Runner. Let's see if I see him from anything else. He was in Batman vs Superman. He's that. Oh, no, that's the guy from Die Hard. My bad. I don't recognize anything else here. Maybe that. Oh, I have seen that. That's funny. Yeah. Dang, he's in a lot, huh? Because in Wedlock, he's a disgusting old guy. And in Blade Runner, he's like a clean, dramatic, real actor. But in 91, however many years later, what year is Blade Runner? 82? Why did I think it was 70? Dang, 82. Okay. A couple years after Star Wars. Interesting. Two fans. What does fan mean? Anyway, only 9 years later, he's a disgusting old guy. And maybe that's just showing range, but it was really gross. He Yeah, this guy is looking for. He's trying to escape prison because he stole some diamonds and hid them. It's not fun to even think about. It's 2.5 is probably just from that pissing scene. Otherwise, it'd be like 1.5, one. But then we watched Die Hard with a Vengeance, which was great. Good pracs. Yeah, just a great follow the bad guy, and you know, the bad guy calls the phone and calls the police office and says, "Put this guy here at this time to do this puzzle," while the bad guy's secretly making off with his goal, and following what's his name, Bruce Willis, and Samuel L. Jackson. I forgot about that. As they get into car chases and stuff, just good fun. Shout out John McTiernan. That's what he's doing. And then North by Northwest 1959. It's a deadly game of tag, and Cary Grant is it. How old was Cary Grant in North by Northwest? Let's see. See what the search stuff is when I type in how. Oh. 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 How old is Brock Purdy? How old were the founding fathers in 1776? How old am I? Was Cary Grant was his name? Yeah. Cary Grant in North by Northwest. 54. 54. I bring that up because he's the star and he looks old. He looks like late 40s. I'm not surprised that he was 54. And watching him run around in a suit as this older gentleman, who is obviously, his character is an older gentleman, and not gentleman in that sense of a character of a gentleman, but a guy who wears a suit. I forget what his actual profession is. Something where he's like, you know, upper middle class. For 1959. Advertising man says right there. He's in the advertising business. Um, it's a 4 out of 5. It's a good movie. Oh yeah, I was bringing up his age. Watching him run around is it's different than usual if you say think about usual being like around now. Like in Drive, Ryan Gosling is obviously at youngest late 20s, at oldest early 30s, random adult, you know? And in this, the random adult is late 40s. So culturally, the 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 age in which you are average has shrunk. The age where you are at your peak has lowered. I mean, biologically, it's always been like 25 or whatever. Um, but culturally, for your rapport, even Batman's age. I like the first one with I forgot his name. He was seen to be like older, if not mid, older 30s, and um, I guess you could argue Batman Begins in Nolan's. Um, he's obviously younger because he's beginning, but even in Pattinson's, again, that's young. It's supposedly a year one. He's like, you know, they're like late 20s. Uh, I mean, it looks like maybe early 30s. The point is, I watched North by Northwest. And then when I went to the bathroom after and the mirror was reflecting my face back at me, I was surprised to remember that I am a young, healthy guy. I'm very young. You can forget that. You can be a little too self-important and look back on everything you know and say I know things and think you're mature and that you've got something figured out, because at least compared to your younger self you do have, but it's good to remember how old you really are. The North by Northwest helps you do that. And Ava Marie Saint is perfect. Um, Eve Kendall in that movie. Born 1924. Imagine being born in 24, bro. In 1924, not 2024. Over 100 years ago. She's still alive? Would it not say died if... Watched 1 out of 72. I thought I'd seen something else. I mean, I guess that was in a different movie. Or different actress. Is she 100 too? Yeah, jeez, she is. She's still alive. Oh my god. She's 102. Oh my god. Imagine being born 102 years ago. Jeez. Obviously, she's probably not doing anything public. But, yeah, femme fatale. She's perfect femme fatale in this movie, in this film. $19.90. So that's, geez, 1990 flat was 36 years ago. Oof. So that was when she was... Oh, God, you can see how bad at math I am. 68? 6? Born on the 4th of July? I just missed that? Yeah. Jeez. So she got to see America's 250th. Yes, sir. 4 generations. Yeah, she's great. She's a great grandmother. Man, imagine. Emmy. Academy, Golden Globe. Hateful a hatful of rain. Nothing for North by Northwest. Anyway, yeah. Ava Marie Saint. Very good at that femme fatale role. That's crazy that she's 102. Crazy stuff. Anyway, watch movies. And buy your favorite, cuz you don't know when it's just not going to be accessible anywhere. That makes me wonder if you'll always be able to buy movies. There'll probably always be a market for physical movies. So you'll probably always be able to get it. Might get super expensive though if the supply's not there. So good luck.